Well, welcome back, Ruthie Bolton, WNBA, retired WNBA, two-time Olympic gold medalist, motivational speaker, author, mother, wife, friend, Christian, lovely woman. What's up, girl?
Hey, like my shirt said, go for the goal, baby. I'm always going for the goal. I'm always in pursuit of greatness. From the
Yes, sir.
mental to the
That's what
physical.
that's it. That's what we're trying to do over here. And I feel my change coming.
All
But
right.
I know you got somewhere to go, and I appreciate you taking time out for us. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off. You said you wanted to talk about the WNBA and the NCAA.
Uh-huh.
Let's start out with that NCAA. Let's start out with the fact. I want to ask you about this. I watched every game and I broadcasted every game. But when that championship was over, the first thing I heard out of most of the reporters' mouths was Caitlin lost. They didn't say that Dawn won or the undefeated South Carolina Gamecocks won that have a 3-year record of 109-3, coach of the year twice, player of the year twice. They just kept talking about Caitlin that
Yep.
lost.
I agree.
All the records that she broke. Let me hear your thoughts on that.
Well, like I think Dawn is already she caught in the midst of it, but she just like, hey, you know what? What they think doesn't change the facts, and that make her
Mm-hmm.
hungrier. That make it sweeter to her and to them. And actually, even watching it, it's like she doesn't worry about the naysayers. But it's interesting how you right that they were just more worried about. Oh, she lost. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was on the cover of something next day, and they were not, or something like that, or they talked more about her not winning than they did about South Carolina winning it. And so you know what? It just the media. They, she. You know what? And when I say this, I'm saying it in a way where I'm not taking anything from Caitlin. She's a phenomenal player. She has brought more
Yes.
eyeballs to the game. But I'm just thankful. I look, and it was just great basketball. It was a great game, and we had more people watching than it been. And to me, that's enough to say thank you, Lord. That's enough to cut flips on.
Yes.
That's enough to say we wanted, we waited for this moment. Now let's just hope that the excitement, the money can meet the excitement. And I think now women, like I said, it was amazing. Now when you play ball, they say, "Oh, hit an NBA three." Hey, now they're gonna be saying, "Hey, hit a WNBA three."
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that I'm just happy for Dawn. I'm happy for the game of basketball. Really, I'm glad that it was a game that so many people were watching and so many people been talking about. But South Carolina, man, they were like I reached out to Dawn and I said, I'm so proud of you all. I said, what a gift it is to be able to just reach back, close your eyes, and just grab anybody off the bench and not lose anything. And
Barnett.
that's a coach's dream right there.
Yes, it is because it was 18.7 million people watching the championship game, and it peaked at one point at 24 million. But the men had only 14.8 million. That was their highest. So, like you said, there was a lot of eyeballs on it, and I understand, uh, and I appreciate. I'm like you. I appreciate the eyes on the game. However, when they were eyeing the game, they saw 4 freshmen that was killing it. Juju, 26 points per game. Malaysia, she may not score 20 points a game every game, but she the Energizer Bunny. You got Hannah over at Notre Dame with 157 steals, and Artie Crooks over, I forgot what school she was at, but you got 4 freshmen.
Uh
Those are
huh.
freshmen that we got our eyes on going forward. Now, let me ask you this. How do you think that's going to help the sport as far as moving transitioning into WNBA with these salaries that we get ready to get into? How do you think that's going to help the game?
Well, it's definitely going to help the game, and I think they have to come back to the table with the collective bargaining agreement. I want to say next year, maybe, or the year after. So I think in a couple of years the salary is going to double. I think that they're going to change the format. I think that yeah, I think it's going to be a lot more because we got more eyeballs, like I said, watching the game. But it really is it's just beautiful to see these freshmen impacting the game. They're not just playing good; like they are dominating. and that's really good for women's basketball. I'm so happy to see. And I think about, I said, man, these girls, they weren't even when I retired, they weren't even born, you know. And now they just
I
isn't that
know.
crazy? And now they out there dominating. Matter of fact, there was a girl, the forward from USC, player from USC. I have a picture of her on my back when she was 3 years old. I'm gonna have to send it to you. And then
Please send it.
yes, and I worked with her dad, and then she was at the gym all the time, and I reached out to her. I said, I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm so proud. And so I said, I definitely want your jersey. She said, I don't have any USC jerseys, but I give you one of the Sparks jerseys. So, but really, I'm really happy for these young players that are really impacting the game, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing for women's basketball.
Now, I know that I looked up some things and they said 2027 is when the agreement that they have now will end. Now, what do you think about this plane issue? The NBA players use chartered flights. I know they say that each team can't afford it, but do you think there's some kind of way? What do you think can be done to make sure these WNBA players don't have to be sleeping on the floor in the airport?
I know. I actually think it will change. I
Okay.
without a doubt. Like I said, I can't believe it's 3 more years out, but it's definitely going to change because that just I actually thought they were going private. I thought they were going on the private jet. They're not.
Nope,
Yeah.
because they fined the Liberty 500,000 because they tried to use a chartered plane, and their explanation is every team can't afford to do that, so that makes the playing field uneven.
Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, I want to say when the Monarchs won, I'm not sure. But Loose did something that they were supposed to. They got like a little small fine too, and they said, "Hey, we won a championship. We get a fine. All we want, our deal. We'll just pay the fine because we're gonna make sure that the girls have a good time and everything." So, but I think to me, I think the time is coming. I think it's baby steps. We made a big leap this year, with the attendance watching women's basketball. So it definitely that the collective bargaining agreement is going to change, and without a doubt, in 3 years there will be private planes for each team.
Now, I will say this just so the viewers will know what we are talking about when we say money. Right now, WNBA player starts at 147,000. That's what Caitlin and Angel and them got. And they play 40 games, so that averages out about 36.75 per game. An NBA player, 82 games, 1.2 million per game.
Oh yeah, I believe they get one. Oh wow, and that's that's
Per
a
game.
per
And
game.
LeBron, wait a minute, but LeBron makes 627,023,000 per game. 623,000 per game.
620,000 a game. That's a math. Boy, let me do the
Wait a
math.
minute, 600. No, it might be 620. I got 1.2 million per game, so that can't be right for LeBron. But it's 9.4 million per season for the average NBA player,
Uh-huh.
and 147,000 for WNBA. That's just an embarrassment. That's just disrespectful.
Yeah,
That's just disrespectful. That
yeah,
is.
yeah. You know
Now,
what? I don't know. Somebody said, why don't they want the NBA sort of do something about it? But hey, they gotta. They ain't trying to give nothing. They got to take care of their family. They trying to.
but you would think it would make the NBA team look a little bit better if they help out their WNBA
It
counterpart. I
would.
would
It would.
think.
Somebody step up and say, you know what? I only can have, make some money. If they step up and would do something, man, that would be powerful. That would be powerful if they step up and they come together. You got a certain amount of them come together and just say, hey, we're gonna make sure that and they could do it with a drop of a dime. They wouldn't even miss it if they collectively come together. So many guys and give something enough where
Yeah,
their salaries can go up, can double. They would barely miss that. You
that's
know.
what I think. Now, then let me ask you this: we are talking about WNBA and NCAA. Let's talk about the NBA real quick. Now you've done work with the Golden State Warriors. I've seen your picture with Steph and all of that. Let's talk real quick about the playoffs. Who
Okay.
you got? Who you got? What you got? What you thinking?
I'm thinking. Indiana might be that sleeper team now.
Okay.
Blue check. I just got a message. She was posted like we advanced. They're a team that got fire in their bone. Like they are really like playing hard. I think I think something that look obvious is like Denver might be the obvious win, but I think Indiana is making some noise. Um, who else I was thinking that I was sort of pulling for?
Well, what you think about OKC? What you think about OKC and
know what?
SGA? Shy.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't really think that they really impressed me unless I didn't
Oh, okay.
throughout the season at first. I didn't really
Okay.
I didn't see them enough, um, but yeah, I guess they picked to win it over Denver. Uh,
No, Denver getting ready to play the Timberwolves. And so Minnesota and Denver starts tomorrow.
okay, yeah.
So I don't know.
Wait,
They got good size comparison.
New York could make some noise too. They just advanced past um, 76
Philly.
Philly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But
they
I
could.
think Boston. I think Boston looks soft to me. I mean, they scored a lot of points and all, but they look soft to me. They just don't look like they have the grit. They just look they if the ball loose on the floor, they just don't look like they're gonna go get it. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you got to have some grit. You got to get down there and get that ball if it's loose.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
They seem a little timid, a little soft to me. Um, now, let me ask you one last question. We're talking about the WNBA. We're talking about the NBA. The Lakers just fired their coach,
Yeah, heard that.
Darvin Ham. I saw Becky Hammond's name on the list as possible coaches.
For real?
Uh, yeah, I saw Becky's name. I saw Buzenhauser from Milwaukee. They got fired over there. I saw JJ Redick. Uh, I saw a couple other people. Who you got any ideas on who you think they should hire?
Listen, LA. Well, hey, if they want to hire Becky, I don't know why not. Why not offer it to Dawn?
Mm. You think she would leave South Carolina to go
I don't
take coach some the NBA?
I don't think she would. If she was struggling financially, maybe, but she doing all right.
I
Um,
think her heart is at South Carolina with those girls, grooming those. I think she does an excellent job because every interview I see with South Carolina players, they look like they've been groomed or trained or at least prepared to do an interview. I've seen some of those other players look like nobody even told them any etiquette for interviewing or anything. And so
yeah.
I think the life lessons that she teach them along with basketball,
Oh
I
yeah.
think that is a combination that we don't see anywhere. And I think that's why they keep being undefeated and hard to beat because that bond that she creates it goes far beyond basketball.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad if Becky got it. So other than that, I guess it's up for grabs. And
Now I got one last. Go ahead.
now you go.
A question. You spent time with the Golden State Warriors. This has been concerning me for a while. What you think about Draymond Green? Should they keep him or trade him?
Well, you know what? We were in conversation the other day about it. I'm like, he's someone that caused a lot of havoc. Someone he could be a liability, but I don't know. It was their opinion where he's their rock and they're not gonna let him go. Now,
Mm,
I've always been a Draymond fan because I love his grit, I love his tenacity, I love his fight, his. But when you go on trying to hurt people, when you just constantly in fights, I mean, you need some counseling, and you gonna hurt the team. I think because of the chaos, because of the uproar, that hurt them. When they main player, you gonna get kicked, suspended. So
mm-hmm.
are you reliable? I think that's the question. Are you reliable? And can they trust? Like, are they just waiting for you to do something else silly? You're gonna get kicked out.
Mm.
it's almost like, okay, let's see how long it's gonna take, how long he gonna stay civilized.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I, I don't know. I think he seemed to be very apologetic. I probably at this point, I
Mm-hmm.
probably keep him and say, hey, you know what, you got one more time to mess up, like pretty much just something that's crazy, and we're gonna go. So I think I think they're gonna hang in there with him a little bit longer.
Okay. Now, on another note, last year we lost Nikki and Tasha Butts, both to cancer. What? How does the WNBA help the families of those former players? Do they help? How do they? What is the insurance like? Is there? Is it? How do they help? What do they do?
Um, you know, I'm not sure what they did in reference to. I'm pretty sure they sent a letter, flowers and stuff like that. But helping the family, I'm not sure. That's interesting. Maybe the legends, maybe they can look into that. I don't know what they did and what they didn't, but it would be nice to sort of like see if the family needs anything, work with the family. I will hope so. I will hope
It
so.
would be nice to see some type of recognition or something for them. It's especially I'm not real familiar with Tasha, but all that Nikki did, and just me. Maybe it's personally because I stood beside her and talked to her. Maybe that's why I think she deserves some type of special memorial, something. I don't know. It just hit me, and I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, Nikki was my girl and everything,
Yeah.
and I know Tennessee did something for her, but it would be nice to honor her. Maybe her team uh, from Washington or whatever would take a
Hmm.
game and to do something to do something. So, that'll be interesting. I would think I would wonder if someone had said something about that, but I don't know if because uh, it definitely was something. Washington might because I know I heard from a family that Washington was wanting to do. They were tired of
Okay.
Jersey. I
Okay.
think, and I think so. I think they did. They want to do something special. Matter of fact, Thomas was like, they were just sort of very adamant about it. No, it might have been Rutgers that was
Okay.
trying. But I know Rutgers. She hadn't been to Rutgers barely a year, and they was all and they took it really hard, and they were trying to do something with
Yeah.
her. They were trying to, do something special. Um, but yeah, but it would be nice if they haven't to do something to honor her.
Yeah, it would be. If you hear of anything, let me know.
I sure will. I definitely will.
But now, Ruthie, as always, I want you to tell the people something. You're a motivational speaker. You motivate me every time I see
Uh,
you do anything. Now, we done had all of the talked about the draft and everything and all of that good stuff. Leave us with something. Tell us something to get us through the month of May and this summertime. Give us something. Give us something.
I just finished a journal called "A Radiant Mindset." Having a radiant mindset and embracing your bold affirmations. So it's about walking into your greatness, walking into your I am, and everybody out there listening, your I am is waiting on you, and that is sort of your purpose, your manifesto, something that you were created to be. And so it might be delayed but not denied. So I would encourage you to not give up, not to walk away. It's to keep leaning in because something great awaits you. It's like running up a hill. You run up a hill, if you give up because of gravity, you'll never see what's at the top. But if you lean in and you get there, there's something great waiting for all of us. But sometimes we have a tendency to give up and walk away. But when you're going through your struggles and your challenges and you doubt your why, know that the Lord is watching. He sees you. He hears you. And so, with that said, I want you to know that I want you to continue to persevere because the world needs your gifts. The world needs you. And to the world, you might be one person, but to one person, you just might be the world. So, whatever it is that you want, your desire to have, and your gifts, pursue that. Lean in. Don't give up. Don't walk away, because I am saying, come on, Jennifer. Come on, Diane. Come on, Ruthie. And come on, Miss Baker. We waiting on you. We waiting on you. So it's a beautiful thing to fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of you.
Yes, thank you so much. And now, Ruthie, I want you to wish your daughter a happy birthday from Sports Chat with Nat. And congratulations. Did you say you were going to a banquet? Don't you
No,
have something for your son?
I was supposed to go to the podcast, but they actually it was canceled because the people that the guests and everybody was meeting there, they had an accident on the road. It was
Oh
and they
my.
had to it was something that got a 3 hour delay. So
Oh
uh,
wow.
that,
Okay.
but yeah, this is the month of May. My daughter's birthday the 7th, mine's the 25th. There's a lot of people's birthday in this month, and also happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Uh,
Yes.
Mother's Day to you, and I know if you don't have a child yourself, you mother somebody's child, and so. But anyway, I just want to encourage you all to keep embracing the best version of you. Keep flexing. Keep going for the goal, baby. Keep going for the goal. And I'm glad I kept going for the goal because you know what? They said I wouldn't make it. They said I
Yes.
wouldn't be there. They said I never amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way and that I'm growing more and more each day. All right, that's it.
Yes.
So keep pressing
Yes.
on, keep fighting, keep going for the
Thank
goal,
you.
keep winning the right way.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ruthie. You have just made my day, my week, my month. I just thank you for this connection. Sports Chat with Nat thanks you. I thank you. We just love you here, and I just appreciate you. Call me anytime. Come back anytime. You got a standing open invitation. All you got to do is text me. I'll log on, and we can talk about anything you want to talk about.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for your persistence and being patient. There are times where I'm supposed to get on and I don't for whatever reason, but I appreciate your heart and your passion for the game. And we need platforms like this. So thank you. And I won't say my head off, but my headband off to you for your commitment, your love, and you
Thank you.
create space so that we can continue to improve the game.
Thank you so much, Ruthie. Sports Chat with Nat. We're going to give Ruthie a hand. Yay. Thank you so much, Ruthie. We appreciate you. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Ruthie. Have a great
You're welcome.
evening. Happy Mother's Day to you, and happy birthday to your beautiful daughter.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.